Hey y'all, it's your girl KT and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So as promised through my reset routine, I told you guys I was gonna do a goals type of check-in to see where I'm at with all my goals and just if we need to switch things up or just a little chit chat with our goals, and just to kind of wrap things up to figure out what I'm going to do with my goals and all that kind of stuff. So, but first, if you're new to this channel, hi, my name is KT and I'm your new favorite publicist that comes live to you on this channel to talk about PR, career advice, business advice, and a sprinkle of lifestyle from here to there. So as you guys know, I am a big planner, so planning out my goals is something that I do yearly, and typically around my birthday I kind of figure out, hey, is these actually working for me? And so I decided to shoot a video for a mid-year check-in this year because why not? I told you guys my goals, and I'm not this type of person to be like, oh well, if I don't achieve them I'm never going to tell anybody. I'm going to give you the real raw and in between some of these goals. So let's get straight on into the video. Alright y'all, so I have my phone right here. So if you didn't know, I planned all my goals using digital planner this year. So I actually utilized Notion as a way to plan for all my goals. So I'm gonna keep this sweet and brief because I can talk, y'all. If you don't know me, I can be a chatterbox at times, so I don't want this video to be too long. So we're going to talk about the goals that I have done, what I also accomplished, some other things. Am I going to continue on with the rest of the goals if I've already did it, what it looks like, what we're planning for the next 6 months, all that kind of stuff. So, and I'm going to insert a screenshot somewhere so you guys can see what my actual goals were. But let's talk about the things that I have done. Alright, so the actual goal was to buy a new Genesis GV80. I did not buy the Genesis GV80, but I did get a new car. So if you guys have been following me for a while, you know that my lovely car decided to die on me by the time I got here. So yes, I've had that car for about 13 years now and not paying a car note on it for 7. So baby, we were locked in, we were here. So now I knew that in 2024 I needed to get a new car. I wasn't rushing the process because literally I was planning on waiting until the last typical moment to get my car. So I was really planning on getting this car in December. But between moving and let me tell you, preference. So I do have a work car, so I have been utilizing it to get back and forth to work, and I really don't go anywhere outside of work, so that had just been working perfectly for me in between time. So let me preference by saying that your girl wasn't just out here stranded trying to bump Uber rides. Like, I had a work car. I still had that work car, but anyway, so I was literally, before moving, I was going to buy a car in December because I also had a work car in Birmingham, so typically my car was still working, so I could still take it out on the weekends when I had to do something, or outside of work guidelines or whatever. So I wasn't too big worried about getting a car because, again, I had a work car and my car still worked. I had just got it kind of fixed up. I forgot what the air compressor went out on it, so I got that fixed. We still rolling and rocking and rolling, so that was that. Yeah, we got up here. She said, no ma'am. No ma'am, we're not staying. It's time to let me go. And so that she did. So that kind of sped up my timeline, and looking on the Genesis GV80, like, yeah, that was my dream car. It was a luxury car, and I was like, it's time for me to get the luxury things. And don't get me wrong, like, I went up on pay and all that kind of stuff, but thinking about it, like, I didn't want no tea, no shade to anybody who has a luxury car. Don't get me wrong, they are very nice. But I had just got to the point, like, why am I gonna spend that much on a car? And then on top of that, like, I wouldn't be driving my car that much because, again, my car will be parked basically Monday through Friday unless I had, like, some major thing, like, outside of work that I needed to drive my car for. But half of the time, like, as long as I was, you know, leaving work, I can do my little errands and then go home because I'm on my way home from work. So that's that. But anyway, I just felt like, what was the point of getting a luxury car if I was not going to drive it once, like, just on Saturday and Sundays, to be honest. And the way I was working, heck, it might have not even been Saturday and Sundays. It might have been sometimes a week or so that I was not going to drive my car because I'm the type, if I gotta work, I'm driving that work car. I'm sorry. Like, unless I know that I'm going to be out, like instance, if I'm going out drinking, I'm not going to drive my work car. I'm not going to do that. So, of course, I would drive my personal car. But, again, if I'm working and I got an event, we driving the work car. Sorry. It is what it is. That's what the work car is for. So, needless to say, to me, it was going to be a waste of money to get a luxury car that I really was going to drive maybe when I got to Birmingham. Literally, like, driving to Birmingham, staying and driving back. So, and that's also putting a lot of miles on my car. So I was like, we're gonna get a new car, but we're gonna get something that's practical. So I was like, okay, I was gonna look at something in the Hyundai family because my first car, I have a picture of young me with my first car. Let me tell you, people can say what they want to say, and I know we've had this big blow up about Hyundai and, you know, the stealing of the cars. But don't get me wrong, like, they have great warranties, like 10-year warranties. Like I think the warranty I have on my car now is like lifetime as long as I got the car warranty. Who doing that? And I don't have to pay out of pocket. So I knew that's typically what I wanted to go with. I know that they're great cars because, again, outside of, and let me tell you, my old car, we got up to almost 300,000 miles. So let me tell you, good car. The most I had to do was maintenance, oil change. As long as I did that, spark plugs, all that kind of stuff. The car ran fine. I mean, it's an older car, so I knew it wasn't gonna last too much longer. But outside of that, the car was great. So why not go with a brand that I trust and know that I'm not finna be stranded on the side of the road? No shade to nobody else, but I've seen some of these cars and I'm not getting stranded on the road. So I went and got that car June 22nd. Was it the one? No, it was the 26th. Y'all, my days are mixing, but I literally got my new car. So I got a 2024 Hyundai Tucson, and I decided to get the package. So technically everything I wanted in the Genesis GV80 is in the Tucson because I got the highest package, but I'm paying lower prices. So I mean, it's a win-win situation for me. So I marked that off as a goal because technically it's the dream car, just not the luxury version of it. But let me tell you, I love my car. Fancy is her name, and Fancy is here to stay. Fancy has done me well. She is cute, she is petite, and she is here to stay. So that's that. Goal number 2 was to raise my credit score. So the whole reason why I wanted to raise my credit score was because I was knowing that I had to get a new car. So I worked on my credit score. I know it wasn't as much as increasing it as much as I wanted to, because one, I had a hard anchoring when I moved, all that kind of stuff. I ended up kind of getting 2 new credit cards just to build my credit back up, all that kind of stuff. But I raised it and I got a good rate on my car, so I complete that as a done. One that is in progress is build a better relationship with God, and I feel like this will never be a completed goal. And what I mean by this, I'm always going to strive to build a better relationship with God. There was a point in my time in my life, like I was like, I believe in God, but is he really here, type thing. And in the last year, he has really done some amazing and awesome things in my life that I just knew that I had to build a better relationship with him, because I didn't want to just, praise him when things was wrong, or, question why me and things of that nature, and just know that this is a part of, divine intervention and things of that nature. So I am in the progress of building a better relationship. I was going to various churches here where I live, is in Chattanooga. I haven't found a church home just yet, and I still have been going online with my old church that I used to attend in Birmingham. So I feel like that is a goal that I will always be trying to better myself at. So it's never going to be a complete check mark, but I feel like by December, finding a real church home, getting, more into my word, getting more into, just knowing God for myself and knowing what my testimony is, I think that would be a way to kind of check the mark and then put it back on my goal list for 2025. Alrighty, so let's get into the ones that I have not completed, and let's get into why some of these are not going to get completed. Okay. So one of them is gain my APR certification. So in December last year, I decided I wanted to go get my APR certification. So if you don't know what that is, APR is accreditation in public relations. So it is one of the, excuse me y'all, it is one of the highest certifications that you can have in public relations. It is known publicly by PRSA, which is the Public Relations Society of America, the Public Relations Council of America. This is basically a stamp of saying you have completed and done the due diligence and ethics of being a great PR professional and practitioner, and that you have done the work to prove that you are, that you went above and beyond. Not saying that you have to have this certification, but being in PRSA, one of my mentors, which is my old professor, Dr. Shea, if you're watching this, love you down. And she kind of put the bug in my ear about, you need to get your APR, you need to get your APR. And I was like, you're right. And then another one of my mentors, LaShawna, hey girl, she just got certified, and I was like, well, maybe I need to go ahead and do it. And I was like, I need to do it before I get into my dissertation classes, because I know next year, springtime comes, I'm going to be busy, and my projected graduation date is going to be December 2025. Woo woo. So next year we will have that PhD, that doctorate, baby. So I was like, I know that dissertation is going to take up most of my time. So I need to go ahead and, get this stuff together. Like, I need to go ahead and do my due diligence and get that together. What that would have looked like is actually me getting my APR in October. If you have seen some of the stuff on TikTok and all that, if you're not following me on TikTok or on Instagram, I suggest you highly do that, because I give you guys more up-to-date things versus waiting till I get all together to do a video like this. So I said I was going to do this in October. It is now July. I have not completed my questionnaire. I haven't started on it because, one, I underestimated when I made this goal that I was going to move, start a new job. School was going to be more difficult because I, as a crazy person, decided to do 2 classes in a mini term for January term and for the summer term, so I can have one. Well, so January to March I did a class, March till May I did a class, May until, so May I did 2 classes till now, and nobody told me how hard that was going to be. And I'm not saying that I'm taking this out of my goals list altogether, but for this year, I will be taking that off because I just don't foresee myself actually having the time. And then, like I said, school starts back in August. I'm taking 2 classes again in the same semester, so I can have break time in between times. So I just think for myself, my sanity, and just all in all, I think I'm going to take this off the list until probably 2026, because by then I should, God willing, have my PhD and I can work on my questionnaire. I have some more experience under my belt about what I want to say during my questionnaire, and then also have time to study, because if you didn't know, APR has 2 components. So you have a questionnaire and panel suggestion. So you have to come up with, so you have to do a questionnaire and you have to do a presentation about PR and basically go over a whole PR communications plan from start to finish. What was your results, all that kind of stuff. And then you also actually sit for a practical exam. So unfortunately, that's not going to get done, and it's going to be taken off of my list, and that's that. I mean, I'm not going to beat myself over it, because again, life was lifing, and when I made these goals, these were back before I even got the job offer to know that I was going to move and uproot my life. So that's that. The next one is grow outside income streams. So I kind of can say this has been in progress, to be completely honest, because I actually started back consulting on the side. Am I consulting with my own business? No, I am just a contract worker for another business. So I've been doing contract work for them. So I have been growing outside income. So that's that. So I kind of have started on this. Have I done additional income streams? Because I wanted to add 2 more. I guess we could say that's in progress. I don't foresee me adding or tacking on another income stream. I do have some ideas. I know y'all gonna be like, what ideas you got, KT? We'll talk about it next year. But it's in progress. I won't hit the 2 that I wanted, but I'm sorry, y'all. But I did do one. I did do one. So take 4 trips. Again, I made this list before I found out I was starting a whole new job. I have taken 1 trip. I know I'm taking a trip in September, and then I'm taking a trip in December. Those are 3. So I'm not going to hit the 4 trip mark, but it will be 3. So I kind of can take that off. Save additional $2,000. Yeah, this ain't finna. By God's grace, if this would happen before the end of the year, I'm going to be surprised, and I'm going to come back and tell y'all, I'm sorry, I actually did this. But the way life is life, and the fact that I had to get a new car earlier than I projected, that extra $2,000 just it was for something else. And the fact that I utilized that for a down payment is probably the other issue of why I didn't save it. So yeah, we're gonna, that's much. I mean, we're gonna still throw some at it. We're gonna try to figure it out, and I still have to pay for a trip, so and we'll see. Outline one book idea. So I had every intention to start a book. What kind of book? I'm not going to tell you guys because it's still in the phase. So I haven't even got a chance to outline a book idea because, again, school has been schooling, work has been working. I've been consulting, that's been doing its business, and I just haven't had time. Maybe in July I could start, but I'm going to kind of take this off the list because I don't think I'm going to complete it. If I do, also well, I will give myself a pat on the back. But if not, I'm not going to be brokenhearted about it. So this one is actually in progress, and I don't know why I didn't put it, but save $1,000 for emergency funds. So I do have kind of a few different savings things that I wanted to do, and we're not gonna judge. So I'm trying to build that back up. I had some things to take care of, and I had to dawdle in it, but we're gonna do it. We're gonna hit it. So those are my goals that I set for 2024. How I am tackling them. Have I been tackling them? I mean, I think for this to be mid-year, I think I've been doing a great job. A lot of things had to be, like I said, hurried up more than I anticipated when I made these goals, but I am confident that the ones that I'm keeping on the list that I will hit by that point. And if not, again, life has been such a curveball. Such a curveball to the point, like, I'm just like, if I get one goal completed this year, I am okay. Cause your girl it's really been a struggle, like trying to learn new things, trying to learn a new city, trying to learn a new job, trying to learn new community, because I have to be in the community now. What was good for me was it's so much. And like I said, when I made these goals, I had all intentions on still being in Birmingham. Maybe I still had the audacity to have a new job, but all this that I did, baby, that was not on the bingo card for 2024 this year. But again, I'm grateful for these opportunities. I'm grateful to be able to, you know, fast track some of these goals that I did, like buying a car. And it's literally nothing but God. Let me tell you, nothing but God. And again, like I said, if I don't hit another goal, I'm okay. It's been so much going on that I cannot complain about what's happened in my life, the shifts I made. So if I don't hit the rest of these goals, I'm not going to be mad. And that's it. Not saying I'm not going to work towards them, but if I don't, I don't. Because last year I was beating my behind up about not doing these goals. But I know what life looks like, and I know what's going on behind the scenes too. So if I don't hold me to it. But I still want accountability. So as always, comment down below and let me know where your goals are heading. Are you heading in the right direction? Do you need to stop and rethink some things? Or we just like, Key, we scrapping goals, and that's okay too. Like, I'm not mad at you. 2024 is definitely something different. So as always, thank you guys for staying tuned. Do not forget to like, comment, subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you won't miss a video when I drop a new one. Also, share this with your business and work bestie and let them know that I am now their new favorite publicist as well. And they need to jump on the bandwagon and become part of the fam. Duh. But as always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, y'all.